Greetings once again, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman, Strat-O-Matic Sports Network, and we have a ball game this morning on a Saturday morning from September 9 in our 1969 replay, Boston at Cleveland. And I'll be back with the lineups in a little bit. Stand by, please. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman here with the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. And we have a ball game this morning. It's a Saturday morning. It's a beautiful morning for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. And you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to just act as if this is my whole life, this game. Meaning, not that it's that important, the game. I'd like to close out everything. Close out everything in my life. All the worries. All the fears. And just relax. And enjoy a game of Strat-O-Matic. I'll have the lineups in just a few minutes. for the Boston Red Sox, leading off and playing third base, Sid O'Brien. Batting second, Mike Andrews. Batting third in left field, Karl Yastrzemski. Batting cleanup in center, Reggie Smith. And Kathy Harden has arrived. Good Saturday morning to you. A great Saturday for Strat-O-Matic and Kathy for the tribe. No surprise. Batting fifth at shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. Batting sixth in right field, Tony Conigliaro. Batting seventh at first, George Scott. Batting eighth and catching, Jerry Moses. And pitching for the Boston Red Sox today with 7 wins, right-hander Vicente Romo. For the Cleveland Tribe, leading off in center field, Jose Cardinal. Batting second at third base, Lou Klimchak. Batting third in left, Frank Baker. And Kathy has a warm-up question. There was only one player who hit 50-plus home runs in the entire decade of the 70s. Wait a minute. That, Kathy, do you mean every year of the 70s? Because nobody did that. 50-plus home runs in the entire decade of the 70s. I don't get it. Nobody did that. +50 home runs a year for the entire decade? I'm unclear, Kathy Harden. I'll see if I can get some clarification. Batting fourth at first base, Tony Horton. Again, though, Kathy, I'm unclear. Someone who hit 50 or more home runs, every year for that decade? Or for the entire decade? Because lots of people hit 50 plus home runs for the decade. You see, sometimes I'm just slow. Can I get more clarification? Batting fifth in right field, Ken Hawk Harrelson. Do you understand where my confusion is coming from? Batting sixth and catching, Duke Sims. In a season. Oh, just one player who hit 50. Oh, that's easy. In one season, there was only one player who hit 50 or more home runs in one season. I think I am just, that's pretty easy. Batting seventh at shortstop, Eddie Leon. Yeah, of course. Thank you, Kathy Harden. I misunderstood it because you said only one player who hit 50 plus home runs in any given season during the entire decade of the 70s. That's I'm sorry I didn't get it, but once I understood it, and it is George Forster. Thank you, Kathy Harden, for the excellent question. That is really a good question. Sorry, I misunderstood it. Batting eighth at second base, Dave Nelson. And the pitcher with 12 wins on the season. And he is a left-hander. Sudden Sam McDowell. And there are the starting lineups. It will be Romo for the Red Sox, McDowell for Cleveland. It's early, Kathy Harden. Cleveland took the first one 9-8. Just to let you all know that yesterday's game was maybe the wildest game that I ever played, and I didn't see you in the second broadcast, Kathy. I had a little issue. I had to discontinue the game, and well, the final score was San Francisco 15, Cincinnati 10. It was 8-8 after 9. And then the Giants exploded for 7 runs in the top of the 10th. McMahon got the win, Merritt the loss. Actually, no, I'm sorry, Clay Carroll the loss. That was a game, folks. And our score sheets are usually not this busy. And this does put the Giants 6 games now behind the first place Atlanta Braves. A lot better than 7's, what it would have been. As we are in the pennant stretch. I don't care what you say, this is the pennant stretch. And we're going to be starting the game in 5 minutes. It was advertised for a 7 a.m. start. So I hope you all understand. Stand by for Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. Coming at you in 5 minutes. Indeed. And I've got coffee, folks, and I have nothing on my mind. And we're so glad to have you join us here on the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Question 1 will be in the top of the second inning. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. That will be after the first inning, folks. Kathy Harden with another great question. The Foster question was a great question. I think he hit 52 that year. I don't know which year it was. Maybe 75. Oh, maybe 76. Not sure. Oh. And that was just a warm-up, everybody. First pitch in 3 minutes. We are at Municipal in Cleveland. $52, oh yes, of course. 77, of course. 52. I remember I used to say that was really, back then I said that's really something. Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman in Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. More beautiful weather here. Sort of in between, so I do have the air conditioner on. And it's going to be the second of a two-game series. The Boston Red Sox at the Cleveland Indians. Red Sox are tied with Detroit for second place. Cleveland in the cellar. And if they start playing good baseball, they can avoid losing 100 games. They have 21 games left. And if they win, 12. If they go 12-9, I guess, they will have 99. Or well, whatever. They're very close. And the Cleveland Tribe takes the field. McDowell on the mound, catching him as Sims. It's Horton at first, Nelson at second, Eddie Leon at short, Klimchak at third, and in the outfield left to right, Baker, Cardinal, and Harrelson. And look for Kathy's question in the top of the second, before the top of the second, after the first inning. And leading it off, coming up to bat for the Red Sox, Sid O'Brien. And the nemesis, Karl Yastrzemski, has been something else. Hitting home runs, infuriating Kathy Harden. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. McDowell is ready. The windup and the pitch to O'Brien. And that's 1-7 against the left-hander, and that's a base hit for O'Brien off Sudden Sam. He caught a changeup. He singles up the middle on a 1-7 left-handed. O'Brien is on first to lead it off. Here's Mike Andrews now. Ooh, that is very good coffee. Oh, God. Oh. And that's fouled back by Andrews and out of play. In real world, it's a Saturday morning, and I should say it's a beautiful one for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball, even a snoozer like this. Okay, McDowell. And the pitch to Andrews. He lays it down for a bunt. The infield is in. He's a B. That's a 9B. I think it's still good. And it is. It's hit to third. Klimchak has to play it to first. It's one out, and now O'Brien is on second base. And here comes Karl Yastrzemski. McDowell now from the stretch. And the pitch to Karl. That's 4-7 left-handed, and he walked him. So it's first and second with one out. And that will bring up Reggie Smith, switch hitter, batting right against Sudden Sam McDowell here. Just underway at Cleveland Municipal. Broadcasting it to you from Studio B in Fort Lauderdale. Okay, Smith steps in. First and second, one out. Oh, here's McDowell now, and the pitch to Smith. And that's 2-9 left-handed, and he struck him out. And that was off Smith's card. It was a 2-9 left-handed. And that's the first for Sudden Sam. Two down now. And now Rico Petrocelli in a clutch situation here. First and second, two down. Rico, right-handed hitter. McDowell gets the sign from Sims. The pitch to Rico. And that's 4-6 right-handed. And that is going to be a double down the left field line. O'Brien scores. Yaz rounding third. There are no asteroids. On a 4-6 right-handed. And that's to left. Baker a +1. Karl coming around with two outs. 1-16, 1-17. Why not? They'll throw it. And he is safe. A 2-run double. Petroselli goes to third on the throw. And the Red Sox out to a 2-0 lead as Rico, with a clutch double, knocks 2 home. What else is new, right, Kathy? Here's Tony C. Rico on third with 2 outs. Ah, oh, that's good coffee. Oh, my. Ah, Lord help me, God. Okay, Sam trying to get out of this now. The pitch to Tony C. That's, whoops, 6-9. Right-handed, grounds it to short X. That'll be for Leon. He's a 438. Two-4, oh Lord, S2, that's going to score Petroselli. 6-9, 12-38. What else is new? What else is freaking new? 6-9, 12. It's going to be an S2 base hit, and Rico comes home. It's 3-0 Boston. So Sudden Sam allows 3 runs here in the top of the first. What else is freaking new? Damn Red Sox, yeah. Red Sox playing good baseball. They are 8 games over 500, and they're tied with the world champion Tigers for second place. It's Scott at the plate now. Sam has allowed 3 runs here in the first. And the pitch to Scott. And that is a 3-4 left-handed. He walked him. So Sudden Sam, not so suddenly, having real problems here in the first. It was a 3-4 left-handed. First and second, 2 down. Here's Jerry Moses. Romo comes out on deck. He hasn't even pitched. Here's McDowell. And the pitch to Moses. That is a 1-9 left-handed, a fly ball to right field. Hawk Harrelson is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. There were 3 runs for the Red Sox here in the top of the first. On 3 hits, a walk, 2 walks, and 2 left on. After a half, Red Sox 3, Cleveland coming up. Here is Vicente Romo coming out. He's 1-7, 1-8 in real world. Vicente taking his warm-ups, catching him as Moses. It's George Scott at first, Andrews at second, O'Brien at third, Rico at short, outfield Yaz in left, Smith in center, and Tony in right field. Vicente is ready and leading it off for Cleveland, down 3-0 already. Jose Cardinal. Okay, here's Vicente. He's set, and the pitch to Jose. That's 2-11 right-handed, and he chops it to second for Andrews, who throws to Scott, 1 away. Here's Lou Klimchak now, left-handed hitter. Vicente into his windup. And the pitch to Lou. That's going to be 3-7 right-handed, chops it to second again. It's Andrews, fields it cleanly, throws to George Scott for the second out. 2 ground balls to Andrews, 2 outs here in the bottom of the first, and it's Frank Baker, left-handed hitter. Not to be confused with Frank Home Run Baker. Wait for Kathy's question at the end of this inning. Here's Baker now. At the plate, Vicente winds and deals. And that's a 6-2 left-handed. Whoa, it's an end home run. Ballpark. Oh, Lord, with a 1. He's got end power, Frank Baker. That looks like it might lift. Let's check it out. End home run in Cleveland. It is a long ways. Cleveland. And it's gone. Against the left-hander, 1-7, and it is a solo home run for, maybe we should call him Frank Home Run Baker. And it is a 3-1 ball game. Baker hits it out. He had 3 in real world. And if you don't mind, let me enter this in real time as I do. So, Baker wakes the crowd up a bit here with a solo 2-out home run. And that's number 3 for him in our replay. And it is a 3-1 game. Every little bit helps. Here comes Tony Horton now. Okay, Romo looking in. Here's the pitch to Horton. That's 3-9 right-handed, and he grounds it to short for Rico. And Rico throws it to Scott, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on the solo home run by Frank Baker, and after 1, it's Boston 3 and Cleveland 1. Here it is. He said, "Well, you got me," when he was caught in 1977 in Yonkers, New York, after terrorizing New York City for a year. He said, "Well, you got me," when he was caught in 1977 in Yonkers. I didn't know it was Yonkers. After terrorizing New York City for a year. And I remember it was early morning. Thank you very much, Kathy. I was home. It was summer. And I was home after my first year at Boston University as undergrad. I came back. I was in New York. And I woke my parents up in the middle of the night. I don't know what time it was. If it was 1, 2 a.m., whatever. And I said, they got him. You ever see the movie Summer of Sam? Kathy Harden, Summer of Sam. It's 3-1 Boston over Cleveland. We'll get back to this ball game in just a minute. You saw it, yeah. That was a pretty far out movie, wasn't it? Spike Jones. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman here early in the morning here at Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm with Kathy Harden. And it's a 3-1 ball game after one. Let's get back to the ball game. Sam McDowell takes the mound. Now, he allowed 3 runs in the first. It's 3-1 Boston over Cleveland, and it's going to be Romo leading it off. Romo is a 2 WR. That was something. Do you remember Stacy Moskowitz's mother? The poor lady. She had the sunglasses. She was hysterical. Can you imagine that? Poor mother. Oh, God. As a parent, you know, I think we can understand. Here's McDowell and the pitch to Romo. That's 1-4, and he struck him out. That's the second for Sam. Speaking of Sam, here's Sid O'Brien. 1 out, nobody on. Top of the second. Romo singled and scored. Came home on Rico's 2-run double. McDowell gets the sign from Sims, the wind-up, and the pitch to O'Brien. And that is a 4-6 right-handed. And he hit that again, but this one is a deep fly ball to left, and Baker's going to catch up with it. 2 outs. Kathy notes that women wore blonde wigs because he preferred brunettes, the sick bastard. And even he, when he worked, I think he was at the post office working, advised a woman to something like cut your hair or whatever it was. Sick bastard. He really was psychotic, Kathy. He really was delusional. 2 outs, nobody on. Here's Mike Andrews. I'm not saying he should be exonerated. Suppose he's right where he belongs. I could tell you a funny story about his religion and all that, if you want to hear it. It's a little bit spicy, but you let me know. Here's McDowell. And the pitch to Andrews. That is 5-8 right-handed. And he grounds it, better yet, but probably better not to go there. He grounds it to second, 5-8 right-handed. That's going to be for Nelson, a 330. Oh, that's a 1-3 S2. That's going through. That's going to be 11-13, 30. And it will be a base hit. A 2-out single for Andrews. And here's Karl Yastrzemski. Karl walked and scored. I didn't hear that, Kathy. You mean that he would be feigning or faking the delusion? I never heard him say that. I never heard that, Kathy. Maybe it's true. 2 outs with Andrews on first, and here's the dangerous Karl Yastrzemski at the plate. This is lefty-lefty, the pitch from McDowell. And that's 3-8. And he grounds it to second. Andrews was not being held. And Nelson throws him out, then the side is retired, no runs. The single by Andrews left on middle of the second. It's still 3-1. And we move to the bottom of the second. Vicente Romo on the mound. Sick fuck. Leading it off for Cleveland is Hawk Harrelson. Next question will be the top of the fourth, everybody, after the third inning. Next question from Kathy. I'm 2 for 2 already. Here's Vicente Romo now. The windup and the pitch to Hawk. And that is 4-5 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that's the first strikeout for Vicente. 1 down. Harrelson retired. And here's Duke Sims. Romo now. He gets the sign from Moses. And the pitch to Sims. That's 6-4 left-handed, and that's going to be a grounder to short X. Scooping that is Rico. He's at 216. 12-2, G1, E16. 6-11-14. And he boots it. Oh, an error by Rico. And Sims is on. First error of the ball game. Sims on first, 1 down. Here's Eddie Leon now. Eddie was in the leadoff spot for some games, and now they've put Cardinal back at leadoff. Leon now batting 7th. Sims on first, 1 down. Romo from the stretch. And the pitch to Leon. That is a 2-5 right-handed, and that is a liner to short caught by Rico, so he got it that time. 2 down. And here's Dave Nelson. Right-handed hitter. Looking forward to what memories Kathy conjures up here with her next question. Romo and the pitch to Nelson. That's 3-6 right-handed, and it's a base hit. 2 asteroids. Sims rounds second, goes to third. So Cleveland has it first and third, 2 down. And here comes Sam McDowell, the pitcher. He's a 2 WL in a clutch situation. Romo trying to get out of this. He gets the sign from Moses. And the pitch to McDowell. 6-4, right, left-handed. Grounder to short again. Let's see if Eddie can handle this. Not Eddie. I'm sorry, Rico, 216. That's going to be a 5-2. G3, E16. That's 3, 4, 5 rare play. It's going to be a G3 rare. Wait a minute. 3, 4, 5 rare play. Yeah, G3 rare play. The batter. This is not rare anymore. This is old hat. McDowell lines a shot. It hits the mound and deflects to Rico Petrocelli, and he throws him out. That's happening way too often. And the side is retired. No runs, no hits. 1 hit, an error, 2 left. 3-1 after 2. That's really getting old. That deflection on the mound. Really. They got to work on that. I noticed that the live chat is now appearing immediately, almost immediately after YouTube broadcasts, which is a real positive thing. Well, here's the top of the third, and Reggie Smith will lead it off. Switch hitter batting right against McDowell. 3-1 Red Sox. Here's the windup and the pitch to Smith. And that is a 3-7 left-handed, and he grounds it to second for Nelson, and it's 1 away. Now Rico, who had the big double, the 2-run double in the first. McDowell, the windup, the pitch to Rico. And that's 3-12 left-handed, and he flies it to center field. It's deep but playable for Jose, and it's 2 outs. And here's Tony Conigliaro. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the third. That's 4-6 right-handed. Yeah, he hit that again, and that's going to be a double. Hitting that number a lot today. And Tony is 2 for 2 now. He had the single that knocked home Rico in the first. Now Tony on second, 2 down. Here's George Scott. Moses on deck. Pitch to Scott. 1-4 left-handed. Fly ball left. Under it is Baker to make the catch. And the side is retired. No runs. The double by Tony. Left on base. We're heading to the bottom of the third. It's still 3-1 Boston. Don't miss Kathy's question after this half inning. Vicente Romo, the pitcher. Top of the order for Cleveland. It's Jose now, leading it off. Here's Romo now. And the pitch to Jose. That's 1-6 right-handed, and he walked him. So Jose is on. He's a double-A. 1-15 with Moses. Being held. And here's Luke Klimchak. Klimchak grounded to second in the first. The pitch from Romo. And that is a 3-5 right-handed, and he pops it up to second for Andrews, and that's 1 away. Now Frank Baker with Cardinal on first. Here's Romo. And the pitch to Baker. There goes Cardinal, and he is safe. He stole second. Jose, very speedy there. And now Jose is in scoring position with one out. Jose had 36 stolen and he's a double A. All righty. And here's Frank Baker. Cardinal on second, one down. Here's the pitch from Vicente. And that's 4-5 left-handed. Fly ball center for Smith. And he makes the catch. It's 2 away. Tony Horton comes up in a clutch situation here. It's 3-1 Red Sox. Tony, the tying run at the plate. He's got power. Okay, Romo is ready. Here's the pitch to Horton. And that's 4-10 right-handed. Fly ball center X. That'll be for Reggie Smith. A 2-17. Whoa! That's re-rolled. There it is. 5-2. F2. E17 for Smith. 5-10-11. And he makes the catch on the side, is retired. No runs, no hits, the walk, the stolen base by Cardinal. He was left on after 3. It's Boston 3, Cleveland 1. Now wait for it, folks. Wait for it. The country was riveted by this Olympic event in 1980 in Lake Placid, New York. And it became known as what? Lord. Again, the country was riveted by this Olympic event in 1980 in Lake Placid, New York. What did it come to be known as? I'll tell you, I'm clueless. Absolutely clueless on that. And I'm looking forward to knowing what it is. Anybody at all? Stephen Perota gets it. Yeah, Miracle on Ice. How could I forget? What's with me? I should have known that, you know. Stephen Perota, Miracle on Ice. Stephen Perota emerging on live text with the answer. And we'll be back to this game in just a couple minutes. It's 3-1 Red Sox, September 9 in our 1969 replay. Funny how the memory works, and somehow you just can't, those connections are not made. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Guterman here in Studio B. And we are broadcasting this game. Great questions from Kathy today. It's 3-1 Red Sox, and Sudden Sam will come out to pitch the fourth inning. His first endurance is the eighth, Romo the seventh. Moses will lead it off for Boston. Wow, that was the first and last game you ever watched? I'll tell you something, Kathy. I don't watch hockey largely, partly, because it's just too fast and it gets me anxious. You know what I'm saying? I know that sounds bizarre. My father used to tell me all the time that men, I don't know why he said men, but I guess it was men would have heart attacks at games. It actually gets me anxious. Okay, McDowell facing Moses. Here he is, the wind-up, the pitch to Moses. And that is a 5-2 right-handed, grounds to second X. That will be for Nelson. 330. That's going to be 6-3. It's a G3. 4-8-12 E30. And he boots it. Oh my. Nelson with the error. You can't be affording. That's the first error for Cleveland. Moses is on first. And here's Romo now. Romo's first, actually he struck out in the second. And Frenchie says, hockey is bad for your health. It's just, I'm really serious, Frenchie. I get it's too much for me. Okay, here's Romo at the plate. Moses on first after the error by Nelson. McDowell is ready. Here's the pitch to Romo. Whoa, and he lays it down. The infield stays back. He's a B. He'll stay a B. It's a 4B. It's a beauty. He might beat this out. No, he hits it to McDowell, and he does get Romo at first. Moses is now in scoring position. So it's 1 out, Moses on second, and Sid O'Brien, the batter, he's 1 for 2. Single then scored in the first. I'm an anxious person to begin with. You know what I'm saying, Frenchie? Here's McDowell. And the pitch to O'Brien. That's 2-6 left-handed, and he flies it to center. It's deep but playable by Jose. And he makes the catch, 2 outs. And Mike Andrews is the batter, clutch situation. He sacrificed bunt in the first to set up a run, singled in the second left on. McDowell now. And the pitch to Andrews. That's 6-11 right-handed, fly ball right X. That will be for Harrelson. Geez, a 4-5. 24. It's an F3. Let's see if he can get to this. E5, 4-8, 12. And he does. And the side is retired. Nice catch by Hawk Harrelson. No runs, no hits. The error by Nelson. And left on base is Jerry Moses. We're in the middle of the fourth. It's still a 3-1 ball game. Here's Romo now. Bottom of the fourth. It's going to be Hawk Harrelson leading it off. He struck out in the second. Exactly, Frenchie. It really is. Now, some people like that, okay? Some people thrive on that. My father used to watch the Rangers. He loved the Rangers. And he'd be in the den, and you would hear all sorts of sounds he would make, you know? Oh, you know, all sorts of sounds. Okay, Romo is ready. Here's the pitch to Hawk. 4-8 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the second time he got Hawk. And that's his second strikeout of the ball game. 4-8 right-handed. I guess soccer comes somewhat close to that. Duke Sims, the batter. He reached on the error by Rico and was left on in the second along with Nelson. Oh, that is good coffee. Wow. Whoa. Lord. Okay, Romo again. He gets the sign from Moses. And the pitch to Sims. That's 4-5 left-handed. Fly ball center. And that's a can of corn for Reggie Smith. It's 2 away. And here's Eddie Leon. Eddie popped the short in the second. The pitch from Romo. And that's a 1-6 right-handed, and he struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Romo, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. We've gone 4 here at Cleveland Municipal. And the score is still 3-1 Boston. Red Sox scored 3 in the top of the first. Cleveland scored 1 run on a solo blast by Baker. And that's where it's been ever since. Both pitchers settling down. Here's Sam McDowell. And he'll face Karl here to lead off the top of the 5th. This will be lefty-lefty. Here's the windup and the pitch from McDowell. And that's a 5-11 left-handed. Grounds it to second for Nelson. He throws it to Horton for the out. 1 down. Cleveland won the first of this 2-game series. They won it 9-8. Lots of pitchers were used, so I'm sure both teams would be glad to see both these pitchers, each of their respective pitchers, be able to pitch here for extended period. Smith 0 for 2, facing McDowell. Here's the pitch to Smith. Switch hitter batting right, 2-5 left-handed, hit deep, and it's gone. Reggie with the home run. It was a home run 1, 222 to 20. How do you like that? Just cleared the fence. with no diamonds. Reggie, let's look at that again. 2-5 left-handed. Home run 1, and that's a 1. Holy cow. So Reggie with a home run to make it a 4-1 ball game. He really caught that Sam McDowell fastball. And the batter will be Rico Petrocelli now. For Reggie Smith, that is home run number 27. He had 25 in real worlds. Okay, Rico at the plate now. And it's a 4-1 ball game. Rico 1 for 2 off McDowell. The pitch to Rico. And that's 6-7. Right-handed, fly ball right field for Harrelson. And that's 2 away. Now it's Tony Conigliaro. Okay, McDowell is ready. The wind-up. And the pitch to Tony. 2-8, left-handed, fly ball center. And Jose is under it. He makes the catch, and the side is retired. But another run for Boston on the home run by Reggie Smith is 27th. We're in the middle of the 5th. It's a 3-0 ball game. Next question will be the top of the 6th. That'll be after this half inning here. Vicente Romo takes the mound. It'll be Nelson. McDowell is out on deck. Here's Romo now. And the pitch to Nelson. That is 5-9 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that's the 4th for Romo. And here comes McDowell. A 2 WL. McDowell grounded to short in the 2nd. Romo now. And the pitch. That is 4-8, left-handed. And that is a liner to second. Oh, caught by Andrews. Oh, nice catch by Mike. Two down. And here's Jose Cardinal. Tribe down by 3 runs here in the bottom of the 5th. Next question coming up from Kathy Harden after this inning. Jose 0 for 1, walked, stole second, and was left on base. .210 right-handed, grounds it back to Romo. He fields it and throws to Scott. And the side is retired. Another 1, 2, 3 for Romo. And we've gone, whoops, I put a 0 in there by accident. We've gone 5, I'll fix that. It's 4-1, Boston. Oh. Wait for it, everybody. Wait for it now. Here it is. This player flirted with a 400 average, the latest into a season when it ended on September 21, 1980s-ish. Rhodes Scholar says Brett. I mean, Carew might be a choice, but I think I remember it was Brett that year. He ended up 390, I believe. He was an amazing hitter. And we'll also give it to Rhodes Scholar, if I may share. We've gone 5 innings. It's a 4-1 ball game. Great. Thank you, Kathy Harden. And thank you for spreading it to the road. Scholar. And quite a gentleman he is. We get back to the top of the 6. It's a 4-1 ball game now. And we'll be back. Good morning, Rhodes Scholar. Yeah, you know what? You just reminded me. I think I got my last cup, even if it does amount to a cup. Wow, let's see. Let's see what the hell we have here. It's a pitiful... Well, it's not too bad. It is the last cup. I think I will try my best to just play the game without any more coffee, or well, maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm so fickle. Our next game on the schedule, folks, we're still on September 9 in our 1969 replay. It will be the New York Yankees at the Detroit Tigers. Pitching for the Yanks will be Fritz Peterson. For the Tigers, Mike Kilkenny. And this is the battle for second place. These Boston Red Sox are tied with the world champion Tigers for second, behind the Orioles, who are running away with it. And McDowell takes the mound. Top of the 6th, Jeffrey Guterman coming at you from Studio B. It'll be the bottom third of the order with George Scott leading it off. That's some bottom third. Moses hit over 300, by the way. 303? 4. 304. 135 at bats. Here's Scott to lead it off now. Here's McDowell. And the pitch to Scott. That's 2-4 left-handed, grounds it to second. For Nelson, he's got it. And throws to Horton for the first out. They have tea breaks in cricket. They have coffee breaks in baseball. Also, we do cannabis breaks. Here's Moses now. I think cricket is a fascinating game because its history goes back so far. I once looked, and I mean, it goes back. I mean, there's even statistics, I think, in the 18th century. I'm not sure. But there are, unlike baseball, I think their statistics and their documentation goes so far back. I enjoyed when I went to London in 1994, my only time. I had a drinking problem then, and so the pubs were a big thing for me. And I used to really think it was cool to watch, to see whether it be cricket, rugby, or soccer on the TVs in the pubs. I thought it was pretty cool. Moses steps in. He's 0 for 2. Rishon and error left on. McDowell is ready. And the pitch to Moses. That is 2-6 left-handed, and he struck him out. And that's the third for McDowell. And here comes Romo with 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 6th. Thought it was also an interesting thing, pay as you go. You pay for your beer as you go, no tabs. But if you went to a restaurant, you'd get a tab in most cases, Bet you there are restaurants you don't. Here's Romo with 2 outs, no one on. McDowell on the mound. The pitch to Romo. And that is a 1-5, struck him out. And that's the 4th strikeout for McDowell, a 1-2-3 inning. We're in the middle of the 6th. It's 4-1, Boston. Vicente Romo has been very, very tough today. It'll be the heart of the order, Klimchak, Baker, and Horton. Hold on a second. Just wondering if I'm hearing strange sounds outside. I guess not. Okay, Romo on the mound. His first endurance is next inning, the 7th. Here's Klimchak, 0 for 2. I think it's pretty cool. I peruse YouTube for Strat-O-Matic, and there's a guy with a British accent. Clearly British. I don't know where he lives, but he does Strat-O-Matic baseball, which I think is very cool. And he broadcasts games with such detail. He can have an interest if he's from England. I don't know if he's lived here a while or what, but I think it's very interesting. Some very interesting YouTube channels on Strat-O-Matic. Here's Romo now facing Klimchak, bottom of the 6th. Cleveland down by 3. Klimchak 0 for 2. The pitch from Romo. And that is 5-11 left-handed. A fly to right X. That'll be for Tony. Tony is a 3-5. That's 3-3. And it's going to be a D2 double. Let's see if he boots it. 5-9-12. E5. No, it is a leadoff double by Klimchak. Tony could not get to that. It dropped in the gap and rolled, but he threw it in quickly. Klimchak on second, nobody out. And here's Frank Baker, who homered in the first and flew to center. Oh, my Lord. Here's Romo now from the stretch. And the pitch to Baker. That's 6-8. Left-handed. Grounds it to second. Andrews has it. Throws it over to first. One down. Klimchak holds. And the always dangerous Tony Horton comes to the plate. 6-8 left-handed. Boston 4, Cleveland 1. Bottom of the 6th here. Horton 0 for 2. The pitch from Romo. And that's 5-8 right-handed. Fly ball center. Playable by Smith. And it's 2 away. And Hawk Harrelson comes up in a clutch situation again. Not again for him. In fact, he has struck out twice by Romo. Romo gets a sign from Moses. The pitch to Hawk. That's 1-9 right-handed. Grounds it to second. That'll be playable by Andrews. He's got it, and he throws it on over to Scott, and the side is retired. No runs. The leadoff double by Klimchak left on base. We've gone 6 here, and it's a 4-1 ball game. Here's McDowell, top of the 7th. We'll take a break during the 7th inning stretch of about a few minutes. I will ponder the question of whether indeed I will make more coffee for this game. Leading it off is Sid O'Brien now. O'Brien 1 for 3, singled and scored in the first. Here's McDowell. The pitch to O'Brien. That is 3-8. Left-handed, struck him out. And that's 3 in a row. 3 strikeouts in order, carrying over from the 6th. 5th strikeout for McDowell. And it's 1 away. Here's Mike Andrews now. 1 for 2 and a sacrifice bunt. A slightly runny nose this morning. Just from my right nostril. Oh, excuse me, please. Okay, McDowell, 1 out, no one on, facing Andrews. And the pitch. Whoa, it's a 2-8 left-handed. It's hit well by Andrews. Into the gap, it's a double. It was home run 1-3. No diamonds, please. A 2-8 left-handed, there it is. A double by Andrews. And here comes Karl now. McDowell's first endurance is the 8th. They may have a hitter for him in the 7th. We'll see. Here's McDowell and the pitch to Karl. Oh, 3-9, and he struck him out. That's the 6th for McDowell. And here's Reggie, who is 1 for 3 with the solo home run in the 5th. It's 4-1 Boston. Pitch from McDowell. That's 2-8, left-handed, walked him. So it's first and second, 2 outs. And Rico comes up in a situation here. He doubled home 2 runs. 1 for 3 today. Pitch from McDowell. That's 5-9 right-handed, and he struck him out. He struck out the side. He got his 7th there. It's no runs for the Red Sox. 1 hit, a walk, and both left. We're in the 7th inning stretch here. And it's Boston 4, Cleveland 1. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. Take a little break here just to enjoy some of the relishing of the ball game. I'll take about 5 here, 5 minutes. I anticipate they'll have a hitter for McDowell if he comes up. This is the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'll be back. Oh. Whoa, what a day. 8:11 a.m. and I've already had a pot of coffee, a whole pot. I wish there was another drug, you know, besides cannabis and caffeine, that I could take I don't know if you remember Huey Lewis and the News, I need a new drug. One that makes me feel the way I feel when I'm with you. I need a new drug. Good song. I'll be back in a few. I'm stepping outside for some fresh air. Stand by, people, for this ball game. You remember Huey Lewis? He's still around. I heard he had some condition, medical forgot what it was. I need a new drug. One that makes me feel the way I feel. Love that. Oh, Lord. Oh, I forgot to put the loop on. I am so sorry. You know, we are a low budget broadcast here. And JC has arrived. Great to have JC. Frenchie notes Lewis was diagnosed with Meniere's disease. The condition affects the inner ear and causes vertigo and hearing loss. Thanks for that, Frenchie. I'm not going to make coffee. I've made the decision. It's not going to do much for me anyway. I will just try to be tough. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Gooderman. I'm back here in Studio B, and it's a 4-1 ball game. And Vicente Romo comes out. This will be his first endurance inning. He's been very tough on Cleveland. He allowed the home run to Baker in the first, and that's been it basically. Scattered a couple hits, a walk, struck out 4, and leading it off will be Duke Sims. Duke, left-handed hitter. Here's Vicente now. And the pitch to Sims. That's 2-4. Right-handed, and he struck him out. Lord, has he been tough today, Vicente Romo. That's his 5th strikeout of the ball game. Here's Eddie Leon. Eddie is 0 for 2. Pitch from Vicente. That's 5-8, right-handed, fly ball center for Smith. 2 outs. And Dave Nelson, the batter. Romo winds and deals. The pitch to Nelson. That is 3-7, right-handed, and that's a base hit for Nelson. And it's a tough call, but we're going to have a hitter here for McDowell, especially since, you know, it's too bad. He pitched 7 innings. He's the loser of record. He allowed 7 hits. He walked 3, struck out 7, and he allowed 4 runs. He's the loser of record. Next question will be after this half inning from Kathy Harden. Stan Williams pitched in this game in real world, and he did not pitch in the last game, thank goodness. He's a right-hander. He is both a starter and reliever. We'll gladly use him. So Williams is warming. And let's see who's going to hit with 2 outs and Nelson on first. Scheinblum pinch hit, Snyder pinch hit. I like to use, in real world, I like to use those as guidelines. Then I don't feel so bad, like, you know, maybe they're not available. It's going to be Russ Snyder, left-handed hitter, coming in to hit. Red Sox won this game 3-1. McDowell pitched 8 innings, allowed 3 runs, one of them unearned in real world. So Snyder steps into the batter's box. He's a left-handed hitter. He has W power, but whatever. Here's Romo. 2 outs with Nelson on first. And the pitch from Romo. That'll be a 3-8 right-handed. Oh, and he grounds it to first. Nelson not being held. That's scooped up by Scott. He takes it to the bag, and the side is retired. So we've gone 7. It's 4-1. Boston. Wait for it now. Wait for it. The First Lady was known by the handle First Mama on CB radio on April of 1976 when she made her first call. Side note, a gentleman by the name of Pegleg Charlie answered. Huh. Whoa. Let me read that again. The First Lady was known by the handle First Mama on CB radio in April of 1976 when she made her first call. Side note, I don't know, a gentleman by the name of Pegleg Charlie. This First Lady. Oh, I got it. All right. I got it. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Pegleg Charlie answered. I'm not sure what that's all about, though. I really don't know. If she was on a CB radio or what. Top of the 8th here, and Stan Williams is the new pitcher. He is a right-hander coming in for McDowell. It's a 4-1 game. Williams taking his warm-ups here. Oh, Lord. And here we go. Top of the 8th, 4-1 Red Sox. Tony leads it off. He's 2 for 3. That's 5-9 right-handed. Grounds it to short X for Leon. 438. 24. G1. E38 11. And he throws him out, 1 away. Here's George Scott now. He walked and he's 0 for 2. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord help me. Here's Williams now. The pitch to Scott. And that's 3-7 right-handed. Fly ball left field. For Baker, it's 2 away. And here comes Jerry Moses. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 8th. 4-11, right-handed, hit well by Moses. Oh, and it's gone. Jerry Moses with a 2-out home run here in the 8th. He has end power. It was 4-11 on Williams. Oh, it's a ballpark effect. I am so sorry, people. Let's see. It is a 6. That might help. Moses right-hander in Cleveland. And it is... Oh, Lord, it's caught. Oh, it's caught by Baker. It was 1-2. It's caught by Baker out in left, and the side is retired. Keep your eye on those diamonds, people. I'll tell you, I slept for parts of about 10 hours last night. I just was so tired. She used the CB radio to campaign for her husband when traveling around the country. Okay. That's almost like the social media of its time, Kathy. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Williams. We're heading to the bottom of the 8th. And here's Romo in his second endurance inning. It'll be the top of the order, Jose Cardinal. It's a 4-1 ball game. See if Cleveland can get anything going here. Romo winds and the pitch. That is 5-6 right-handed, and that is a fly ball to center. Smith is getting under it. It was hit well, but he made the catch. 1 out. A 5-6 right-handed. And here comes Lou Klimchak, 1 for 3. Doubled in the 6th, left on. Romo mastering this ball game. Here's the pitch to Klimchak now. That's 1-7 right-handed, fly ball center again for Smith. 2 outs. And Frank Baker is the batter. Here's Romo. And the pitch. That's 2-7 right-handed, and he struck him out. And that is the 6th for Vicente Romo. And a 1-2-3 inning. We're going to the 9th now. That was some time, huh? Wasn't it? 1976. I remember watching the presidential debates. Or debate on a TV, a black and white TV in my dorm with others. Okay, Stan Williams will face Romo to start it off, and if you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it will be Horton, Harrelson, and Sims, the heart of that Cleveland order. They're down by 3. Here's Romo now, top of the 9th. Williams into his windup, and the pitch to Romo. That is 5-7, right-handed. Grounds it to second X for Andrews. For Nelson. 3:30. 18-3. G1. Lord, I have to repair a tear there on my super advanced paper. It's E30 689. and he throws him out. So Romo is retired. And here's Sid O'Brien. That's going to get really bad if I don't fix that. And I don't have a lot of tape left. But this tear is one that, if you see right here, that is sort of makes it hard to see. We don't know how well this will work, but we're gonna go for it. There we go. There we go. So there's one out, nobody on. Sid O'Brien comes up, 1 for 4. Red Sox lead at 4-1 here. We're in the top of the ninth. Sox batting. Williams in for McDowell. The pitch to O'Brien. That's 112 right-handed. Lines it to short. Caught by Eddie Leon. 2 outs. And here's Mike Andrews. Oh yeah, Kathy Harden, the centennial. I remember it was the summer of after graduating high school, before going off to college. Mike Andrews is the batter now. Yeah, I remember that operation. Sale, and who would know, Kathy Harden? It's 48 years since then. 48 years, a whole life basically. And I have just made so many mistakes in my life. So many regrets. I mean, don't even get me started on that. Including my relationships with people, poor judgment. God. And it's a different world today. Here's Williams now facing Andrews. 2 outs, nobody on. And the pitch. 6-8 right-handed, and that is a liner to third, caught by Klimchak, and we're heading to the bottom of the ninth. I know it's, the deep regrets, I just can't let them consume me. Here's Vicente Romo, his fully endoranced, going for the complete game win. He's been very, very tough today. It will be Horton, Harrelson, and Sims. Bottom of the ninth, the Tribe down by 3. Okay, Romo is ready. Horton, 0 for 3 today. In fact, Horton, Harrelson, and Sims are 0 for 9. Albeit Sims did reach on an error and was left on in the second. Here's the pitch from Romo to Horton. And that's 2-8 right-handed, popped it up to short for Petrocelli. That's 1 down. What a performance by Romo. Here's Harrelson. Harrelson 0 for 3, struck out twice by Romo. Well, Kathy, you say if you didn't have those experiences, you wouldn't be you. That's a big, big discussion. I love my son so much. I respect him so much. You know, up until his conception, yes, I agree with that. But it depends what you mean by you. But yeah, they say be careful what you wish for. You know, had I not made a lot of those mistakes, I might have died in a car accident. You know what I'm saying? That's the way life works. Well, here's Hawk Harrelson with one out, nobody on. Romo, the windup and the pitch to Hawk. That's 4-5 right-handed. Struck him out. Oh my, that's number 7. This really has been a performance for Vicente Romo. And he's 1 out away from a complete game win. One out away. Sims, a left-handed hitter with 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. The Tribe down by 3 runs here in a 4-1 ball game. Sims 0 for 3, reached on an error in the second. Romo gets the sign again from Moses. And the pitch to Sims. And that is 1-7 right-handed. And that is a base hit for Sims. Keeps it alive for Eddie Leon. Lord. Leon 0 for 3. Nelson on deck. Romo again from the stretch now. The pitch to Leon. And that's 1-8 right-handed. Fly ball center. This should be the ball game. Reggie Smith under it, and he makes the catch, and the game is over. What a game for Boston. Vicente Romo with a complete game win. The final score, Boston 4 and Cleveland 1. Romo with his 8th win of the season. He pitched 9 innings, allowed only 5 hits. He walked 1, struck out 7, allowed 1 run. It was the solo home run by Baker in the first. The loss goes to McDowell. Williams came in, pitched 2 innings perfectly. The final line in this ball game, Boston 4 runs, 7 hits, 1 error. Cleveland 1 run, 5 hits, and 1 error. That will put Boston ahead of Detroit by 1/2 game, but the next game we have are the Yankees at Detroit. I'm not sure when that will be. Who knows? I'm going to go rest, and I'm looking for that game, though, later today. It'll be Fritz Peterson for the Yankees and Mike Kilkenny for Detroit. I want to say at this point, thank you to everybody who's been here. Frenchie, Joe from JC Sports Replays, Rhodes Scholar, of course, Stephen Perota, and of course, Kathy Harden. Stay strong, everybody. Stay well. Kathy, we'll catch you later. Take care. This has been a broadcast of the Strat-O-Matic Sports Network. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. We'll catch you later. Oh shit, that rubber band. Those are the cheapest rubber bands that Strat-O-Matic gives. Look,